Hello again and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is David Charles, international psychic based in the UK, in Devon, in the southwest of the UK, not far from the sea. You may hear it in the distance if it's windy today. I'm going to give you a reading now, psychic reading, for the rest of this year, beginning with April, the month of April, as we're nearly at the end of March 2019. We're going to look at every month one at a time for you. In front of me I have a pack of cards split into 4 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very old pack of cards. I've had them many years. And I'd like to say a warm welcome to those of you who are watching alone or are lonely today. A special welcome to you. I'd like you to pick from 1, 2, 3 or 4. Pick a number that feels right. Maybe it looks nice. If you want to pause the video, do so. Take your time. Pick a number that feels right for you. First of all then, we'll take a look at group number 1. This is the one here. And we're going to take a look at April, go right through to December. And this is how it looks for you in the coming months. April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. The month of April for you, well, most of you, of course it won't apply to everybody, but very spiritual month for those of you who are into this kind of thing. Maybe some of you have psychic abilities, maybe some of you are into healing. It's a very spiritual month. Your spirit guides will be highly active. They're always active, but you do get periods where they're highly active and things are very meaningful for you. And April looks like one of those months. I think most of you are guided by a main spirit guide who will be around you a lot, whether you're in the car or at home or in the bath. The spirit guides will be with you, particularly your main one will be with you a lot in April. If you want to make decisions, it's always a good time to do that during a spiritual high. So if you want to make decisions in this month, just wait a week or two till April arrives before you make them, because you'll be more in tune. Spiritual month. It's a month of healing for you. You may be recovering from a cold or the flu or some minor problem or some major problem. It's a healing month for you, and if any of you are working with healing, it's a great month for your career. If you're interested in healing, spiritual matters, mediumship or witchcraft, next month is for you. The month of May is a legal time. You may be dealing with the law. This often crops up in readings, especially these days. You may be buying houses or dealing with solicitors. You may be dealing with legal documents. Look out for officialdom, the tax man, people like that, in the month of May. Important month. Don't neglect things in that month, because things may need your attention, particularly if they're linked to matters of authority and legal stuff. Look out for speed cameras if you're driving, things like that. When you get to the month of June, it's important that you're careful who you trust, particularly around the way you earn your living. There could be a customer or a client that is not to be trusted, and it's a month where you need to be careful and cautious who you trust. Don't be paranoid, but I think you've been let down before, and you need to be careful who you trust in the month of June particularly. You're still bearing the scars of previous, letdowns really. July is a month for growth, new jobs, new career, pregnancies, fertility, and things being offered to you regarding your earthly life, not your spiritual life. These things could be things like work-related or career-related things. Or if you're studying at school, it will be linked to your studies. If you're at university, I should say. If you're at school, you shouldn't be watching this, you're too young. But look out for things to do with study, learning, education, people offering you work possibly, or looking for your skills, particularly in the month of July this year. Good month, but it's a productive month, that's probably the best way to put it. It's not a lovey-dovey month. I think most of you will be pretty happy with your love life in that month anyway. Not all of you, of course. The month of August this year is a month when you may be having regrets about past mistakes. Looking back, wishing you could change things and go back. Of course you can't. The month of August may contain or hold for you some tears. Sometimes tears in a reading are not real, they're it means crying over spilt milk, wishing you could change things, as I mentioned. There may be real tears in the month of August for some of you. I can't be sure what it is because it's a general reading and it won't apply to everybody, but there may be some tears in August. Try not to get too down in the dumps if you've been let down or hurt. But it may be a sad month for some of you. You need to try and, as I said, not get too down. It doesn't look like anything disastrous. The month of September for most of you will be quite a stressful time. Some of you are prone to stress anyway, and a lot of you have high stress levels right now. But when you get to September, you need to sort out things like days away, days off, some free leisure time. Go and have a massage or a manicure, get your hair done if you're a girl, or if you're a man. Be pampered and spoiled, because it's a month when you need to keep your stress levels down. September, take a break if you can. If you get a few days off, ask the boss or ask whoever is in charge of you. And try and get a bit of a break in that month. September, think about stress, keep your levels of stress down because it will affect your sleeping patterns, it may affect your eating patterns, and it's something you can avoid because you've been forewarned by me. October is a time for being reborn, for restarting, for new things. New careers, maybe for some of you. Maybe a lot of you will be in a new romance. Or you may be rekindling an old romance and making it new again. It's a time for new things, for new ventures. If you're going to start a new business, don't do it in July or August. Wait till October because that's a better month. October, there are signs of children around some of you. Good month for children, particularly little girls. If you've got children and you have little girls, it may be a month when they shine. Particularly children that are interested in animals, and some of them will be horses and stables and grooming and that sort of thing, particularly with the girls. But it's a good month for new starts, for new projects, for trying out new things when you get to that month. November, you may be seeing somebody who is in a medical or caring profession. It could be the dentist, it could be an osteopath, it could be your GP, it could be the local priest or vicar, but you'll be talking to someone, a man or a woman, who is in some kind of caring profession. They care, they really do, that's why they do it. They're in the right job. It could be a psychic or a spiritual person. You may be calling me for a reading. DavidCharlesPsychic.com if you want me. But look out for that. It's a good, the next 9 months look fairly good. But look out for someone in a caring profession in November, and in December you're going to get some karma, which means you'll get exactly what you deserve. I always say we get this around about twice a year. It's not negotiable. We all get karma. You'll be getting what you deserve in December. That may be because it's Christmas and someone buys you a nice present. But December's a good month for karma. It also means, though, that people who have hurt you in the past, knowingly that is, will get their karma as well. So everybody gets what they deserve in December this year, especially around you, if you chose number 1 today. Let's take a look now at pack number 2. We'll put these number 1 ones away. Don't forget to subscribe if you would, please. Click like, make some comments and share me with your friends. Tell them there's a free reading here for them, a general reading as I said. This is stack number 2 from the same deck, and if you chose number 2, this is for you. I'll give them a shuffle, although they've already been shuffled, we'll do it again. Right, number 2. April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November and December. Wow, April's a good month for making decisions about your love life. In fact, you may have no choice about making decisions about your love life because you come to a crossroads, a lover's crossroads I always call it, which normally means you can go forwards, sideways, but don't go backwards. A bit like when you're in the car, left, right or straight ahead. Don't go backwards romantically. You can be friends with ex-lovers, that's fine. You're almost certainly going to meet them in that month. April is a month where you make choices, decisions. If you want to propose to your girlfriend or boyfriend, do it in April. If you don't make decisions in April, they may be forced upon you. If you have a family that doesn't approve of your lover, then that may be the time when this all comes to a head. April is an important month for lovers. You've got to choose what you want. You've got to choose where you want to go. You've got to choose where you want to be in, say, 5 years' time. Where would you like to be in 5 years' time, I wonder? But April is a good month for lovers. Decision making. Don't put it off. If you put off decision making in April with your lovers, your lover, then you may have decisions forced upon you and you won't like that. The month of May, if you chose number 2, there could be some jealousy around you, which you've had in the past. It's a time to be cautious about who you trust. Don't be paranoid, as I always say. You can't not trust everybody, but there are people around you who are jealous. Some of you, they're jealous of your looks and your beauty. Others, they're jealous of your personality and your popularity. So there could be a bit of bullying around as well for some of you. And you could do without that. Don't mix with people who you don't really know too well, because they may be not so friendly behind your back as they are when you're around. So, April, May, June is a month for people who are studying. Maybe you're an apprentice learning a new job. You'll be shown things. People will be asking you to help with their stuff that they're learning as well, because a lot of you are quite good at what you do. But a lot of you will be studying and learning, maybe at college, university, maybe you'll be learning in your new job, or learning your new skill that you want to take up. Some of you may be starting up businesses or projects. Good month, June, and you should receive offers as well, people looking for your skills, which is good. Some of you will find that a very productive month indeed. If you pick number 2, July looks like a spiritual month. A lot of you have spirit guides, and some of you have particularly lady spirit guides, females, and they will be around you a lot. There are periods in the year when you get heightened psychic times, and July is a spiritual month for most of you. A lot of you will again be spiritual, and it's a time to use it. If you have healing powers, use it. You may be called upon to use it. If you're into psychic stuff, or working in psychic stuff, then you may be quite popular and people will be seeking you out. Don't overdo it, but it is a spiritual month, particularly the month of July this year. When you reach August, it looks like somebody around you who is in business, possibly someone who's quite successful. This is a time when you will shine, most of you, especially if you're in business as well. A time for success, a time for meeting people, smart, clever people, people who know where they're going and know what they're doing. If you meet a lady in that month that fits that description, then she will be, what's the word I'm looking for? Interested in monetary gain. Not a greedy person, but she's interested in success. She will have success. She'll have success written all over her. It will be shining from her. She may help you with your future success as well. But August is a good month, particularly for you who are in business or starting new projects. And the same applies really for September. If you're working, you may be promoted, you may be given more to do. You may be asked to do more, but you may receive better payment for it. And once again, you may be given charge over other people. So, as I said, it involves being given more to do. But it's good for your ego, it's good for your self-confidence. October, some of you will feel a bit trapped, maybe stuck in a rut. You feel you're going nowhere. Once again, you may be looking away from things that you should be dealing with, ignoring faults in people that you should really take notice of. Don't put things off in that month. October, don't get trapped by your own indecisiveness. It's a month to make decisions. If you don't, you'll feel like you're walking on treacle. Don't get stuck in a rut in October. November is a good month for property, anything to do with property. If you work in the property market, great month for you. If you're thinking of moving or buying a new house, that's the month to sort it out. Because November is an unusual time for people to move, but it's a good month if you're planning it this year. It's a good month if you're moving for holidays, going on a cruise, or going away. Any kind of movement, but particularly anything to do with property, moving offices if you're in that kind of thing, if you're changing your offices for your business. And December, well, there's a man around you, if you're a girl, if you're a lady, who likes the women. And if you're a man, there's a woman around you who likes to flirt. So it's a time to be careful who you trust in your love life. If you're thinking of dating someone new, make sure that you're the only one, because there may be a bit of flirtation going on in the background, and you could do without that. But generally speaking, April to December, if you chose number 2, it's not bad at all. Let's take a look at number 3. I'll put these away. Back into their little stack. Number 3. If you chose number 3, this is for you. This is from April, in a few days' time, about a week's time, right through to December. Don't forget to subscribe, please, if you can. David Charles Psychic, you'll find me under Psychic David Charles. And please share me with your friends and click like and make some comments. I'll answer all the comments, if they're questions, of course. Now then, we are looking at April for you, May, June, July, August, September, October, November and December. April is probably the luckiest month of the year for you, for most of you. Your fortunes are changing for the better. I always say repeatedly that good fortune comes to you in the form of offers, opportunities. You need to see them, you need to be up and at it and watch out for offers and new projects, new opportunities, otherwise you'll miss this good fortune and that would be a real shame. I steal a saying from an old psychic called Evadne Price, and she said, think lucky and you'll be lucky. And she was right. Evadne Price, look her up on Google. It's a lucky month for you in April. Most of you will have probably the best month for good luck that you've had for quite a while. In the month of May, it's a good month for you if you're into, well, everything. It seems that a lot of you can do almost anything and be good at it. And that, in the month of May, you'll shine this year. People will be seeking you out. You'll be mixing with a man, a lot of you, who is very clever. A man who has all the elements. That's earth, wind, fire and water. If you meet this man, and it could be a lady, but it's a man for a lot of you, she or he will be around you and make you feel that you can achieve almost anything. It will rub off on you. So the month of May, good month again. June, you're meeting someone who knows exactly where they're going and knows exactly what they want. I believe this person has children, and I believe this person may be a single parent. This lady or man will be an animal lover, someone you can trust. If they say they'll be there at 8 o'clock, they'll be there at 8 o'clock. They will expect the same from you, so bear this in mind. You can watch this video again, in case you forget. There's a man or a lady around you, possibly linked to your career, not certainly, but a woman or man who knows where they're going and they know how to get there. They will be, I believe, a single parent. Now then, July. July is a good month for holidays, for vacations, for trips out, camping, caravanning, canoeing, whatever you like to do, do it. It's not unusual, July, I know that, and you could say that applies to a lot of people, but that's what's in the reading for you if you pick number 3. July is a good month for doing things, especially with the children if you have them, mixing with children, going to new places, get out in the countryside, get away from the cities and the towns. It's a good month for a vacation. If you can't take a vacation in July, then use July as a month to book one and to make plans. August indicates that things are speeding up for you. Things are taking off. You're going to get lots of letters and phone calls and emails and text messages and all that kind of thing. Lots of contact on social media. Good month, but it's fast and furious. Hold on to your hat in August. And again, it's a month where you may be travelling. So things are going pretty fast in that month. Hold on to your hat. You're entering the fast lane. September, you're consulting an expert who could be in a profession such as an estate agent or a solicitor. This may be a friend of yours, it may not be a professional meeting, But it's that sort of person who does that kind of thing for a living. I think you're mixing with him or her on a private level. Not much I can tell you about that person, but they are someone who is quite solid, and they've got to where they're going because they work hard. October, for some of you, you've got to be careful about dodgy females. There could be a nasty, spiteful woman around, especially if you're a lady yourself. You've had this before, a lot of you. There could be deceit in the air. There could be treachery in the air. October, look out for women or a woman, possibly more than one, there could be 2 or 3 of them, who cannot be trusted, and they're being a bit spiteful to you, to be honest. If you're a man, this could be men, but it's mainly women. October, be careful of deceit, dodgy women, okay? November is a time for you to hear about babies being born and pregnancies and new things taken off regarding your career again. You get these lots in readings, but it's a good month for starting new work, new projects. It's all about the way you earn your living. And December, well, it's a busy month, but you're overdoing it, so make sure your boss gives you plenty of time off, because you're going to need it. You're overdoing it in December. You're making life much harder than you should, much harder than it should be, so don't. When you get to December, don't let people put upon you, because they will, and you'll pay the price. Nothing disastrous in this reading. Remember, April's a lucky month. Look forward to it. Don't miss it. Don't miss opportunities in April, because that's one of the best months of your year so far. That was number 3. Thank you for listening. Let's take a look at number 4. If you chose number 4, this is for you. This is from an old tarot deck. All of these 4 piles are from the same deck. I'm going to shuffle these for you, number 4. Let's see what April, May, right through to December has for you this year, 2019. April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November and December. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, please. Click like, tell your friends, please share this channel for your friends so they can have a free reading. If you want a proper reading with me over the telephone, a full reading, you can contact me at davidcharlespsychic.com. And if you pick number 4, then when you get to April, the spirit world may be offering you something that you've always wanted. It could be a secret wish or a dream come true. It may be a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, but when you pick up this kind of information, the spirit guides usually are offering you love, contentment, peace and happiness. So another good month, April, for some of you. If you pick number 4, not all of you, this won't resonate with everybody, a bit like the stars in a newspaper, but it will apply to a lot of you. But dreams may come true for you in April. Do the lottery, don't go mad, buy a scratch card maybe. Good month. In the month of May, somebody's got interest in you as a romantic person. You have a secret admirer. You may get a secret bunch of flowers delivered to you from a stranger. Somebody's taken a shine to you in the month of May. If you're free, it's lovely. If you're not free, it's temptation, so watch out. But you have an admirer, at least one, in the month of May. If you chose this number 4, it's a good month. Good month for romance. If you're free, of course. In the month of June, well, you've got to be careful in June with your possessions and your belongings. Don't lose something. There is a loss predicted. Now, losses can be severe, obviously, but usually losses in psychic readings are losses that can be avoided. So, keep your doors locked. Don't lend your car to people. Don't lend money to people. You'll lose it. Keep things safe and secure, because you could lose something. It can mean losing your job sometimes, but it is very rare, and I don't think that's the case here. Just watch out that your possessions are safe, and don't lose your lover. Don't fall out with each other, because you could lose each other. When you get to July, you'll receive advice from an older relative. I think it's a relative, or if it's not a relative, it's a relative figure like an old auntie that you call auntie, but maybe she isn't really your auntie, or an old father figure. Or it could be a mother-in-law. Somebody's going to give you advice, someone that's older than you, someone that's been around for a long time, they know what they're talking about. It could be a mother-in-law. But you're going to receive advice from an older man or lady in July. Listen to it. It will be important, because it wouldn't be in this reading if it wasn't. August, there may be some turbulence for you, number 4. It can be a turbulent time and you won't like it, but just moving house, as I always say, can be turbulent. Don't worry about turbulence, because it will get rid of all the rubbish. You may not like it, but you'll look back later and think, thank God for that. So expect a little bit of turbulence, not all of you as I said, but there may be some rough and tumbles in August this year if you chose number 4. In September, there seems to be a period where you're waiting for things to happen. You've planted the seeds of life and you're waiting for them to grow, and they will grow, and they're growing without you realising it. So don't get frustrated. The seeds you planted, the ideas, the projects you started are growing underneath the surface, and suddenly they will come to fruition. But it's a good month, don't worry about it too much. October, you should receive an offer from a person who travels extensively. Once again, this could be romantic. It may be someone you've known a long time, and suddenly you realise that he or she quite likes you, in fact. And they may make an offer to you that is a romantic nature. Once again, if you're free, it's lovely. If you're not, then it's a problem, because you mustn't be tempted to do something you may regret. But yet again, not a bad month, good month for lovers. November is a month when the spirit world is saying, take it easy, don't drink too much, don't smoke at all, if you can help it. Don't do things you'll regret, get to bed early, get up early, exercise, eat properly, don't eat rubbish, and don't do negative things. It's important when the spirit guides say take it easy, you need to listen, okay? There is messages that sometimes you can overdo it, probably trying to please other people. If you go into parties with your friends and they want you to stay till 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, and don't. Just take it easy, don't burn the candle at both ends. And the end of this month, this year, December, is once again a time for pregnancies, births, and particularly a fertile month if you have a lady friend who has fair hair and is a tiny bit overweight. But this being overweight could be a pregnancy. But a lot of you may be pregnant in that month. You may discover that you're pregnant in that month. You may have been pregnant the month before. But there's a time for fertility once again in December this year. All 4 of these readings are not too bad. There's nothing frightening. If you pick number 4, then June, be careful with your possessions, as I said. You don't want to be losing things. And August, watch out for a bit of turbulence. I don't think it's anything serious, but there may be a bit of turbulence, if that's the right word, where you're shaken up a bit, shaken and stirred, but it will be for the best. It will remove the negatives. It may also remove negative people. Look out for this month. Remember that if you take it easy, you should be okay, especially in August. And that concludes this year, looking ahead for the next 9 months. Thank you for joining me, especially if you're on your own or lonely, as I said. And if you need me, it's davidcharlespsychic.com. You can find me there. Please subscribe, click like and all the other things. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.